Okay, the reason I play guitar, if you don't know, is Mr. Eddie Van Halen. I think he's brilliant, and I think he's an innovator, and man, I can't say enough good about Mr. Edward Van Halen. I've been listening to him all day. Found the tracks that, the demo that Gene Simmons did with him, and Ed had to be super young. I'm talking 19, 20 years old. Amazing. I mean, can you imagine in 1976, like hearing Van Halen, you know, when you've had all these other bands, which were good bands, but I mean, Eddie just came from another planet, straight up. So anyways, let's jump in. Half step down on the tuning, and we're gonna start on 3rd fret E. By the way, I've had requests for this. I didn't look up who requested it, but I did it because I wanted to do it. How about my brother Pete Evick from Bret Michaels' band? I mean, he likes Van Halen so much he's got him tattooed on his arm. So my musical brother there. Let's do it. 3, 4 on the E, we're gonna hammer. And then slide up to fret 7 on the A. You can slide from around fret 3 where you're at. It's not the start note, it's the effect of that slide we're going for. So, little vibrato sporadically throughout too. Palm mute the open E. And then 5A, palm mute the open E. And then 4th fret A, 2 open E's, palm muted. And then 5A, 4D, put some vibrato on it, palm mute the open E after it. So you can see this concept of pivoting between the palm muted open E back to single notes on the A, or 2-note chords, or dyads, whatever you want to call them. So after that, you'll go open E palm mute, 4A, open E palm mute, 2A. So. And then start it over. But this time it's going to be that he just does single notes all the way through. Little pinch on the 5. So. Okay? So let's do those two. Now he uses the 2-note chords. So go from, let's say, 5A, 4D. It's not, once again, not the start of the slide, but where he's going with it, which is to 7-6. You can even start on 4/3 if you want. But beat concepts are the same. He's just playing 2 notes, chords through this. So vibrato, palm mute open E, 5/4 AD, palm mute open E, and then 4A 2D, 2 open E's palm muted. That's the first half. 5/4 AD, little vibrato, open E palm mute, 4A 2D, open E palm muted, and so that palm mute open E, and then into 2A, and you're gonna repeat all of that. Okay, so oops. Okay, then leading into the verse, Ed does a bend off the 3rd fret E, like a half step, and then grab the 4E into open A, and then bar the 2nd fret on the D and the G. Palm mute the open A, and then go 4D, 2G, 3B. So it's and that's going to go twice. So we have and then you're back to the beginning. Now he does some variations, you know, between the 2 strings and the 1 string, and sometimes it's 2 just for 1 part, you know. But this is the first one that you started the song with. And then go into the 2 string ones. Oops. And then back into the verse. And that's all the same. Now, transitioning into the pre-chorus, you'll come off the 2A to the 3E and a palm muted open E into this. And you can see where players like Warren DeMartini were influenced by Ed with these chords, you know. So on this, 3A, and then bar the 5th fret on the D, G, and B. Take your pinky up to 7B, so it's then strum the D, G, and B. So palm mute the 3A. So you can even power chord that if you want. So and then D, G, B again, and then remove the pinky to where it's 5/5/5 D, G, B. So palm mute the 3A and then strum them all. So or strum the D, G, and B. And then rest, strum again. Strum again. Fret hand mute, just down up, and then 2E 4A power chord, 3 palm mutes. So, and that'll lead you into 2A 4D. Take the pick over the A and D, do a backwards pick scrape. And then you'll go off the root, the 2A, slide that up to 14A. So then you're back to the very beginning. But he throws in this little riff. Check it out. You'll go to the 2A, a quick open DG, and transitioning up to this. Oops. Am I playing that right? Dang it. In my head I'm thinking, just working on this. I can't remember which one, but the one that I thought it was and then, but my ear is telling me, shoot, I gotta go for one. Here's one I'm gonna go with. Bend the 11G and then go 9E, 9B, go up, down, and then 12B down, pull off to 9. Do that 3 times. That's the one that I'm thinking. And then go 11G, bend a whole step, grab the 9B with an up, and then go chromatically 12, 11, 10, 9 on the G. Real kind of staccato, choppy, like Ed would do a lot. And then trail off slide, so. Hope I got that right, guys. Then you're back into the verse, but it's different. Start with the A, open A, 2 D, G. You can grab the B as well if you want. Palm mute the open A. And then, so this is, you know, like the verse last time. Except he adds this. You'll add open A, palm mute, and then go 5D. Mute the G, and go to 4B. And you're gonna, or 5D, muted G, 5B. Slide it back to 4D, 3B. So, and then right back to the A chord. And he ends it with. So let me show you what's up there. 2A, third finger, palm mute, slide to 4. Palm mute 2, 4D. Leave that there. Drop the middle finger to 3B. So we got 4, 2, 3, DGB twice. So. 1G. Open A, palm mute, and then 4, 2, D. Palm mute the open E after that, so. Then, so it repeats the intro variation, and then you're back to the verse repeating the same way. So. Oops. Yeah, and that'll lead you into the. Now this time, just don't do the slide, the pick scrape and all that. Just let the chord ring. Listen close. He does like some little weird thing behind the nut. Chorus. So check it out. 7, 9 AD. Palm mute open E. So go 4A, 7D. To 5, 7 AD, no palm mute in between those. So I can't wait. 2 palm mutes on the open E. Back to 5, 7 AD. Palm mute open E, grab the 4, 7 AD. Palm mute open E, and then 5, 7 to 7, 9. On the A, so Don't throw a palm mute after the I don't think so. Let me see. Right. That goes 4 times. The end of this, the 4th one is like. Actually, let me play all of them. Actually, when you finish it, there is an open E palm muted. And then 4th one. When he goes back to that 4/7, he'll go. He'll just do a slide up 5/7 to 7/9. Anyways, Eddie is my hero. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay, take your time. He's a master, and you know what? To play with the inflection that Ed does is not an easy task whatsoever. I mean, I still struggle with it, man. And the things he did at such a young age just are mind-boggling. That's my favorite era of Ed, is the early Ed days. Doesn't take away from the fact that the dude's genius. He's an innovator. Email rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com if you're interested in some private guitar or bass lessons on Skype with me, or vocals with my wife Jolene. That's the email you need. 30 and 60-minute lessons, same day, same time each week, or bi-weekly. For more information, check out my website, rockinguitarlessons.com. Click on the Skype lessons tab. Also check out my CVT and CT lessons. They're behind the scenes, transcribed by ear, handwritten tabs, very, very detailed, scanned and sent to your email. It's a CT lesson. A CVT is the same thing, but it has a video or videos that I upload to this channel. Add me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest, if you don't mind. And definitely subscribe to the channel. Click the notification.